Hello everybody, I want to make a quick video about an idea I have because I've been basically an entrepreneur or a solopreneur. You guys ever heard of that term before? Basically somebody who works by themselves and has solopreneur. And it's easier than ever to be a solopreneur or entrepreneur today. It was so hard back in the day growing up in the 70s and 80s because there was no mobile phones. If you were to communicate with people and you had a job outside the house, you couldn't talk to anybody unless you had an office. And if you didn't have an office like me, then you had to wait till you went back home and checked your answering machine to get messages from people. And there was no email or any of this. But the world is way better than even that today. And I wanted to talk about a concept I think that parents should be telling their kids starting at age 13. Why age 13? Because that's when the majority of the social media sites out there allow you to actually legally have an account and use it. There are some exceptions, like I think LinkedIn is an exception to that. I think you have to be 16, so you're not that far off from LinkedIn. And there may be a few other ones. Let me know in the comments if you guys know, but I think most of the major ones, like today at least Facebook, I think Twitter also, TikTok, what else? Instagram, all of these, and YouTube, I believe. All of these, I think they're all 13. So those are what you need, because also everything's going video today. Everything's going the other way. Like if I was to turn my camera this way, this video might get more views, although I'm sideways to you now. But that's why people like those TikTok style reel type videos. So here's my idea for anybody and everybody, because when you're 13, you could get a job outside the house, I guess, in a traditional job, but why would you want to do that?
Like babysitting or mowing lawns.
Most people, especially if you're a guy, apparently you just want to sit in front of the computer in your gaming chair with your headset and never leave the matrix. That's what it seems like. So even if doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy, the idea here is to get shirts. This shirt was not printed online. I have some other ones if you watch my videos that we just found on Spring, Teespring. That's one site. There's a couple other sites that do the same thing. But our idea, I think, is very easy, is to create a brand. That's what the future is going to be about, especially as we go to robots taking over, AI, when I say taking over, I mean taking over human jobs, repetitive, boring jobs, which we'll be very thankful for. But what you got to do as an individual is to kind of develop your own brand in any way you want. Especially if you're younger, you probably have some really cool way of doing something or neat way that appeals to younger people that I don't even know about, because I'm 52, Denise is 51. So what you need to do is you need to go out there and do it, because most of these ideas are actually generated by people who are under 25, I'd say. Once you are like 25 years of age and beyond, it's kind of like, at that point, it's all old stuff and nobody really comes up with anything new anymore, it seems like. So what you want to do is go out there, create this brand. And when I say brand, I mean anything you want it to be. A logo, an image. And if you get some kind of design, any kind of unique new design, right? You can make a t-shirt out of it like we do, like with our logo for our nonprofit, and for like, a plantbaseddiet.org is on Teespring. Just look us up there, you'll see that, and also the Triangle Foodies logo, which we design. We sell apparel for. But if you can do something really cool, right, and build an audience, the idea is to do your brand, make something, let's say on Teespring or somewhere else, a product or a service that people can buy. And of course you can do that, just your idea. Take some time, put it together, it's no big deal. You don't have to leave your house. We already know you got multiple devices, you got different computers. Don't say you can't do it. It's only a matter of being lazy if you're just not gonna do that. But do something, anything. And then what you wanna do is open an account on each of the social media platforms. If you can, title it the same as your brand, and basically start making short form videos, like the other way around, like I'm saying this way, that are like a minute or less, and make them catchy. Put you can go on Facebook now, you can get the captions in all different size letters. You can add like a regular text that's highlighted or bold-faced that kind of gets people's attention, and just do some crazy antics or whatever it takes to get people's attention. And make that your brand. In each video say, follow me for more or whatever. Say to go over here to find my product or service, and also make a link to it in the title or the description. And that's the purpose of these videos. Capture people's attention, build your brand, increase your followers, and get people to go over to your product or service so that they will buy, right? And if they buy the stuff, then you actually make money, and you don't even have to leave your house, which is amazing to me, because like I said, when I was doing this stuff back in the 70s and 80s, actually it was really the 80s, that I couldn't do any of this stuff. I couldn't even envision ever doing anything like this at any point in time. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to leverage other people's communities to your advantage. As long as you're friends with them and it meets with their parameters, their guidelines. Yeah, like Facebook groups. You go into some huge Facebook groups that are somehow related to or have your customers. And as long as you can advertise and mention your product, just put your short form videos in there, or a link to where people can buy your stuff. And some of these groups, I know because I run a bunch of them, they have like tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people in there that are all interested in the same thing. So it's so easy to do. It's crazy how easy it is to do, but you just have to do it right, and you have to do it consistently. I'd say ideally you want to make like 3 to 4 pieces of content a day, short form videos, reels, that you post the same reel after you create it to every social media platform like I mentioned. And some of them you can even monetize. Like YouTube, you can monetize your reels too. You can earn money in multiple streams for the same brand. Now, what do you have to say about all this, Denise?
That's cool. You can make money just advertising in someone else's group with a reel.
No. Well, it depends. If you've monetized your account, like say it's talking about Facebook. Like I'm able to monetize mine now because I get enough viewers. So if I put a little bit of text and then I grab the link from my reel that's on my personal timeline where I can monetize, then when I drop that into somebody's group, it's gonna what do you call it? Like it shows the image of the reel, so people can just click on it and they go back to our personal timeline and it watches there and it counts to the view count. So the view counts keep going up and up. And if these groups have like hundreds of thousands of people in it, it can potentially get ridiculous amounts of views. You know, I'm getting.
They can't play it from the other group, but they can play it if they follow the link to yours.
Well, no, they just click on it. It looks like it's in the group, but it'll play and it'll count to my views. You know what I'm saying? So like some of the views we've been doing, I've been putting this up for a few days. I've been getting a couple thousand views a day on new content. Those are everything I'm doing every single day, new stuff.
Yeah, cool. The other thing that I want to mention about the products and services that Mike is talking about selling is that if you're making something at your house, like if you're an artist, you can only make so many at a time. You know,
yes,
there's so many hours in a day. But if you sell someone something that someone else is printing and shipping for you, like Teespring t-shirts, it's scalable.
Yeah. And your customers are worldwide. Like when I was growing up, your customers within that little radius you could drive to, you know, or service, or deliver newspapers to, or something like that, right? Cut their grass. So that you can scale stuff. It's ridiculous, the opportunity that's out there. It's ridiculous. And the fact that people don't see it, most people are still wasting time on the internet. It's like we talk about TikTok, like we talked about TikTok a month ago, and I was like, make sure nobody uses that we know, because the problem is if you're consuming content, it's a ridiculous waste of time. But if you're creating content to promote your brand and to drive people to purchase something, there's nothing better.
The majority of TikTok content is young girls shaking their butts, but you can use it to sell stuff too.
And you were saying some parents may be leery about showing people's face image or something else that's identifying in case some creeps out there, which there will be. And parents, you need to monitor your kids' stuff. That's the thing. You need to get software. You're monitoring all their devices, so you see everything that's going on. You need to be watching this stuff, because this is a great lesson, because creeps are out there and they will contact your kids. But the question is, how do you deal with it? You don't just hide from it and say, oh, I'm never going to go online. Because there was a generation of that, I think, for a while, that never went online, and now the problem is they have no skills in the workforce. But with this, if you learn all this, nobody cares about your college degree. If you're really good at marketing and promoting and selling shit, because you have experience doing this on your own from 13, you know, all of a sudden employers are going to love you, even if it doesn't work out for you, which actually it probably will work out for you if you put all the effort in. You're never going to work for anybody. But if it doesn't, you still have marketable skills that every business needs out there today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Thanks for watching.
All right, bye. Oh, let us know your stories below. If anybody has done this, if you've taught this to any kids, have you seen the results or not the results? What are some of the problems with this? What are some of the hang-ups and difficulties? Also, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Of course, like the video if you got some value out of it, and subscribe. We'll see you next one. Bye-bye.